Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's another episode of the Western Ontario Super Hockey League podcast. This is episode number 14. I am Andrew Rogers, your host. Great to be back with you guys once again. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. Uh, Boxing Day, all that hoopla, celebrations, everything, family time. Hope it was all good. Hope it was all great. Hope everybody was safe and everybody was got where they needed to safely and soundly and continued on. Like I say, hope it was great for everybody. But definitely glad to be back with you for another episode. The WOSHL podcast sponsored always by the VMF Sportswear and Apparel, and they do a terrific job. They've done a terrific job with the league, and the jerseys and everything looks fantastic. Just an absolute beauty of a partnership that has been formed this year with them coming on board, and couldn't be happier. Um, again, it was a little bit of a moderate schedule this past weekend, obviously with the Christmas holiday season right around the corner. But 5 games were on the schedule, and there were 5 dandies. And we have video highlights coming up for you. And again, we got another big slate of games coming up here as we enter I guess we kickstart the fast start to the end. It's crazy to think that really we're only about a month and a half to go in the regular season at this point. It's crazy to think of. It seems like the season just started, yet a lot of teams have played a lot of games, and the games are dwindling for teams to figure it out, get back into it. You know what I mean? But a lot is going on, lots of good stuff going on, lots of things to keep in mind. So what we're going to do is we'll do the highlight pack for you guys of the weekend recap, and then on the other side of that, we'll go through the graphics like we always do and get you caught up. And then we'll take a look at the games that are upcoming this weekend, as well as like I say, there are some dandies, and again, it'll be like that the rest of the way. So buckle in and get settled because it's going to be a lot of fun. This past weekend, I had the pleasure of being in Alvinston. I want to thank Dan Cumming for inviting me down and getting me down there for play-by-play of Alvinston versus Elora. Obviously, not the tight-knit game that I had envisioned when I was planning on going down there, because usually every game between those two teams are often very tightly contested. However, Elora with a short bench just got overmatched and overpowered, and it turned into a blowout pretty quick. We had a couple of overtime games. Strathroy, big 3-2 win over Elora. That was a massive game. And you had Woodstock, the red hot Woodstock Lakers, who are moving up the power rankings and are really making noise. Didn't start off so hot, but boy, are they firing on all cylinders now as they seem to have it rolling. So, again, we'll get you into the video. We'll get you into the weekend recap, and then we'll go into the graphics on the other side. Well, that was awesome. What a rendition of O Canada to get us started here in Alvinston. Andrew Rogers of the WOSHL Hockey Podcast with you guys for play-by-play here this evening from Alvinston. Starting goaltenders are number 1, Colin Dunn for the Elora Rocks. He is 5-6-2 on the season. Starting in goal for the Alvinston Killer Bees, number 35, Nolan de Koning. He is 3-1-1. Winchester to the outside. He had Pruder going to the net, but he couldn't get it to him. Pruder, good job there to steal the puck, but now he gives it away. And Charlie Stevens in across the line, shoots. Blocked by Jamison, who takes Stevens into the boards. He goes down in the corner. Good hard check by Josh Jamison. Good save by de Koning. Back to Hamilton, shoots with traffic. Good save, rebound, scores! Charlie Stevens. It was Hamilton with the original point shot. De Koning couldn't control it. And Charlie Stevens of the Elora Rocks has his first WOSHL goal this season, and it gives the Rocks a 1-0 lead. The Killer Bee defenseman. This one played into the middle, and it's going to be Theo Hill in across the line. He drops, force Rovira. Oh, he has Lamoureux. It's in. Ethan Lamoureux, number 61 of Alvinston, puts it by Colin Dunn. Good passing play from the Bees, and it's 1-1 here in Alvinston. Season. In across the line come the Bees again with a little bit of momentum here. Ethan Lamoureux. So Sproviro and Hill, there's a rebound, they score! Wow! Tic-tac goal, and just like that, it's Carson Perry on the receiving end of that beautiful pass. He made a deke that put Colin Dunn in a terrible position. He couldn't even rebound to make the save. And, well, just like that, 7:16, time of the goal, even strength for Carson Perry. And it's 2-1 Alvinston. Ty Campbell with a partial break, and he has Steve Dole with him. Over to Dole. Dole, oh, good save by de Koning. He was forced to come up big on that 2-on-1 shorthanded for Elora. Back come Alvinston the other way. It's sent across the Lamoureux. What a pass, scores! A big save by de Koning at one end, and Alvinston scores on the other. And I think that might be Aiden Pruder's goal, number 28 on the power play. It's Alvinston in head, 3-1 here in the first. You play with who you brought, and you got to suffer the consequences of that. If that means you get blown out that night, you get blown out that night. Take it on the chin, regroup. Not every game's going to be like that. Here comes Dawson Winchester, shoots, scores! Wow, what a shot from number 9, Dawson Winchester. He scores. And just like that, it's 4-1 Alvinston with 1:22 remaining here in the first period. 30 seconds left to go here in the power play for Alvinston. And they'll bring it up the ice. Freifogel in across the line. What a move. He's in. Backhand. Good save. Oh, it's in. Wow, Bailey Freifogel scores. I thought that was stopped by Dunn, but it's ended up squeaking through. And with Hamilton in the box, Alvinston strikes on the power play. They lead at 5-1 here in the second period. For the Alvinston Killer Bees, scoring for Elora, their lone goal. The first one of the hockey game belonged to Charlie Stevens, number 10 of Elora. So here comes Carson Perry the other way after that intercept. This one's over to McEwen. It scores! Caden Faulkner! And that was kind of it looked like it was going to be a broken play, but the puck slid so nicely out to Caden Faulkner, and he loaded up and he put it in the top corner. And it's another even strength goal for the Killer Bees, 7-6-2. The last couple games for the Rocks not ended very well as they've been defeated twice in a row in overtime. Here's Winchester, scores! Dawson Winchester out-muscling the defender for Elora. He goes in and makes a great move to get around the poke check of Colin Dunn. And we're going to get a goalie change as well here. And, well, it makes sense that at this point, Colin Dunn's night is done. He's frustrated, obviously, and he'll watch the rest of this one. So Dawson Winchester with his second goal of the game with 7:45 to go on this penalty kill. 22 seconds left in the penalty for the power play for Elora. It's Ty Campbell now on the boards. He gets stripped of the puck. Filoso's in across the line. Try to go to the net. Good centering pass there. No shot, though. Now Jeff White shoots. Scores! It's Jeff White, the veteran, puts the Elora Rocks on the board once again. It's a power play goal for the Rocks, and now they trail 7-2. Had a man in front. Heron was wide open, but he couldn't get the pass. And now, here come Alvinston the other way. McEwen has Perry going to the net. Back to Faulkner. Over! Oh, Perry had a wide open net and he missed. He fanned on it. He's going to be thinking about that in his sleep. But right now, 8-2 is the score for Alvinston through 2 periods of play. Elsewhere, it's 2-1 Tillsonburg in the first period. It looks like they're in the first intermission. Tillsonburg 2, Woodstock 1 after 20 minutes. Four-on-3 portion before it switches to a 5-on-4 power play for Elora. Charlie Stevens shoots. Good save by DeConing. And this one's into the middle to McEwen, and he's got Sprovero trying to break on the 2-on-1. Scores! It's a shorthanded goal for Alvinston. And they're ahead 9-2. They just keep piling on the goals here in Alvinston. Face-off won by Elora. Like I say, it's a shorthanded goal. And now here's McEwen and scores off the face-off. It was a delayed penalty for Elora, and Jeff White was going to take it as he lost his stick, as he was going to get called, I think, on the slash. But just like that, another shorthanded goal for Alvinston. It's McEwen, number 43, 19-13, so 10 seconds. Puck is along the boards there, and it's Hill. Tyler Hill with a big check on the boards there. Boy, his size is crazy. That's a goal, though, for Elora. Nice play off the boards there, and it's Brock Holzer, number 14. He puts it through to Koning. Excuse me. And it's a 10-3 game here. Good contingency of there's a goal. What a pass across Freifogel to McEwen, and he rifled it top corner, and that's going to make it 11-3 for the Alvinston Killer Bees as they respond right away. And 43. So just so you guys know, for you guys watching on Sporfy, the graphics on the Sporfy or on the there's a goal from Cam Rombouts. Blasts it top corner, and it's 12-3. So just so you all know, I'm going to just white this out. And I will tell you what the score is. So 12-3 is the score. I don't have graphics to go higher than 11. Perry into the middle of the Freifogel. Shoot! Off a stick, and that goes wide. McEwen off the end boards. He's got it on the backhand towards the middle. No shot. Perry shoots. That goes wide. Faulkner can't get it home. Rebound, scores. And it's James McEwen, number 43 of Alvinston. He's got, I think that's the hat trick goal for Alvinston. It's James McEwen, number 43. Yes, it is. 12s, but I think this is the first 13 as Winchester gets crushed. And he takes a wicked hack that goes undetected. That was crazy. Did you see that? Winchester was frustrated, and he's going to take a run. And he took a wicked hack at number 14, Brock Holzer. And I'm surprised that the officials didn't catch that, because that was brutal. That was not a good play by Dawson Winchester in a 13-3 game. I'm sorry, I don't care if it's in Alvinston or not. That's absolutely brutal. That one's stopped by DeConing. We're down to 3:10 left. Back to the line of white. Shoots. Blocker saved by DeConing. And Alvinson's going to turn, and they're going to get this puck out. Into the middle now. Winchester gets slashed from Brock Holzer. They're going to come together once again. And Winchester's just done. He's at the end of it. He's just feeling it. No, look out. Ty Campbell just cross-checked Winchester in the head. And now they're going to go. Campbell wanting to fight Winchester. Absolutely brutal. I don't care. That's absolutely gutless. I'm sorry. Here at the VAICC complex. That's our final right there, folks. 13-3.
Thanks again to Sydney Barnum, as always, does a great job with the national anthem here in Tillsonburg. And as mentioned, the Tillsonburg Thunder come into this contest with an 11-2 record, JD. Top team in the Western Ontario Super Hockey League. This is a geographical rival, and Woodstock's playing much better hockey of late. This is a big game for both teams.
It is a big game for both teams. If Tillsonburg can come out on top tonight, even with the games next week, they should be able to hang on to first place overall. Having said that, we still have 3 or 4 games in hand on the second and third place clubs. So it would be nice to go out before Christmas with a win.
I agree fully. This would be a great Christmas present. Letto will find it and get McQueen. McQueen for McGuffin. McGuffin tries to get it to Whalen, but Horvat's first on it. Goes off the skate of Palillo. And off now the skate of Parsons, and he's going to misfire, but he gets it into Hu. Somehow finds it. Hu fires a shot, scores. Kevin Hu beats Matt Sangrot short side. Some sloppy defensive play from the Thunder. And a bad start for the boys, but a team that surrenders the first goal almost every game. Out of the box in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Abraham. Hutchison, who's out of the box. 5-on-4. Abraham shoots. Scores! Justin Abraham! Thunder tie the game! A seeing eye shot from Justin Abraham. And the big man gets the Thunder the power play goal. 1-1 the score. 3:37 the time on the clock, JD. What a shot from Aves.
That was.
Brzezinski, Thunder could have numbers here. Here they come. Forsyth for Kudo. Kudo shoots. Scores! Brandon Kudo! Back-to-back Thunder strike. 2-1 the score. What a beautiful play from Kyle Brzezinski to jump up in the rush. Great job by Forsyth, the rookie, to find him. Couple of rookies combining on a beautiful goal from Brandon Kudo. Thunder have the lead just like that, JD. Yeah. Dallas Routh is always involved with his mouth and physically, and that's his game, right? That's what he does. He had a few words there, took a little slash, a little hack at McGuffin, and Whalen said not today. So the Thunder will not back down to anybody in this league, and that's why they're sitting at the #1 seed. McQueen wins the draw. That'll take care of the first period here in Tillsonburg. And McQueen has words for Schmidt. And Schmidt is definitely not going to be a fan favorite or a team favorite for the rest of this contest.
No.
Either way, Andrew Whalen gets the penalty as mentioned. Stick around for second period action here in Tillsonburg after 1. Laura Rock. Crisco spins it back, finds Flemington. Flemington shoots, scores. Lakers tie it up, and they'll still have a power play after that one right there. A nice shot, seeing eye shot from Flemington. Lakers tied up at 2 at the 18-12 mark. And again, that was on the 5-on-3, so that'll keep A, our best defenseman in the box, and B, it'll keep the Lakers on the power play with that top unit fresh for a minute 13. Edwards tees it up. Kudo will be first on it. Kudo finds Hutchison. Hutchison held up along the wall by Simon. 2 Thunder and 2 Lakers battle for that puck. Parsons emerges with it, but as it's stripped by Braden Roberts. Hutchison fires a shot off legs, still loose. That definitely stung Tyler Simon. Hit him right in the ankle. Roberts for Hutchison in front. Kudo, it's loose. Still loose, they score! Braden Roberts!
on him, you got a better chance of at least slowing him down.
Well, I'm noticing the Lakers are liking the matchup of trying to get Hu out there. There's Cheng getting laid out by Brzezinski. He's been on the receiving end of a couple big hits tonight. Christo might have a breakaway. Curtis Christo behind the defense in. Deeks shoots, scores! Curtis Christo, what a goal! Thunder lead 4-2.
Beautiful play on the part of Christo there. And again, the speed. We have speed up and down the lineup. So you never know at any point in time who's going to come through. This time it was Curtis Christo with an absolutely marvelous goal. Good effort.
And I'll give the Thunder time to reset. Finley fires it up the middle, picked off. Palillo backhands it towards the net. It was high in the air. Now it's loose in front, shot scores. A bad turnover by the Thunder in their own end, and it leads to a Lakers goal at the 7:07 mark. Back to a one-goal game.
Yeah, a little bit of a whiff on the clearing attempt there by Mike Finley, and he's knowing it. He's apologizing to his goaltender.
Back to the captain, Randall. Randall looking for Crisco. It's out of his reach, but it'll go right on Sagrat, so no icing. Sagrat chips it right to Cheng on the boards. Thunder, couple turnovers here. You don't like to see it. Crisco back to the point, Nemeth. Nemeth shot deflected wide by Sagrat. Cheng was right there to bang that in. Cheng back to the point. Monkhouse shoots, block it away. Sagrat, it's in! Off the blocker is Sagrat and in. It might have hit Crisco. Looks like they're telling Monkhouse it's his goal. But we're tied up here at Tilsonburg at 4.
Yeah.
Tips it off Flemington. Here comes Kudo. Brandon Kudo shoots just wide. Justin Cheng will be first on it. Penalties over. We're 5-on-5. Lakers might have numbers. In the middle, Monkhouse. In. Sagrat pokes it. Free and they score. Crisco. Brad Crisco. Sagrat took a gamble. It did not pay off. And the score is now 5-4. Lakers back in front with a 3-goal comeback here in the second period. And the Thunder have nobody to blame but themselves.
Yeah, 5 for 20 points. Stratford in 4th, 8 and 6 for 18 points. Tilbury is in 5th, 8 and 5 for 16. Elora is in 6th, 7 and 8 for 16 points. The overtime win.
And Hu scores. Kevin Hu beats Sagrat, and it's 6-4, just like that. Kevin Hu inching closer to that WOSHL scoring record. And at 1:01 to go, the Thunder are going to have their work cut out for them, down 2. Here at home, they got 21 minutes left of hockey. They better get their feet going. Christo. Ladies and gents, we got a great hockey game here at Tilsonburg. Stick around for third period action. After 2 periods of play, the score, the Woodstock Lakers 6, your Tilsonburg Thunder 4. Shots on goal, 28-28. After 2 periods of play, we'll be right back with third period action, and as JD's going to say,
should be an exciting third period.
I'm looking forward to it. Chips it in, as they were also in the middle of a change. Monkhouse goes after it. Cheng first on it. Wide open man in front is Crisco, and he scores. Thunder left Crisco wide open. And as far as I'm concerned, it seems like the Thunder just don't want to play this game tonight. That was an embarrassing effort on that one. And that silences this home crowd quickly, JD.
There was nobody near Crisco on that play, unfortunately.
10, Thunder are offside. They're going to peel off for a change. 15 minutes to go, 5 minutes into the third period. Lakers lead 7-4. Brzezinski finds Forsyth. Forsyth has some trouble with it, but he stays with it. Forsyth in, shot, scores! Austin Forsyth! That's a good start, JD. 7-5.
That was a good individual effort on Forsyth's part. Hopefully that will spark the rest of the team to play. I'm losing my voice.
7-5. Puck drop. Lakers respond with their top line. Brzezinski chips off the wall, gets it up, just over the stick of Forsyth. Look at Crystal, look at the hustle in the middle. Forsyth, shot, score! Austin Forsyth! Back to back! Just like that! 7-6! We're right back in it, baby! Let's go!
Cue the comeback.
What a hustle play from Curtis Christo. I love to see the effort of that kid, JD. Trying to keep the Thunder out of the zone. Barletta for Roberts. Roberts for Hutchison. Hutchison shoots, tipped, just wide. Barletta still has it. In front, loose. Still loose. They dig. Still loose. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to play. All chaos breaking loose here in that Lakers crease, but the Thunder just couldn't bury it. Here comes Abraham for Whalen. Andrew Whalen. Taken away though by Roberts. Roberts. Back for McQueen. McQueen, can he find it? Yes. Abraham fires. Tipped on goal. Loose puck. In the corner, down to a minute 14. McGuffin. McQueen. Wide. Rebound. Score! Score! Brandon Roberts ties the game! Brandon Roberts! 7-7! Let's go Thunder!
No, that's right.
McQueen and
I'm
Hugh.
not sure who that number 7 is for.
Not sure. We don't have a name on the roster, so Hugh wins the draw. Flemington puts it behind the net. Parsons there. Parsons for who? Who? Knocked down hard there, and they're going to call a penalty. And in a game like this, ticky-tack calls like that, no place for it. That's not going to like, the crowd here at Tillsonburg aren't going to like that very much. So if we do, which we're 2 seconds away, if we do reach overtime, it'll be a 4-on-3. Chasing him down. A minute 11 on the power play. Flemington in. He's already scored tonight. Makes a nice move. McQueen gets it off his stick temporarily, but he gets it back to Randall and now to Hugh. For Palillo. Palillo is taken away. Sagrot, and they score. Sagrot couldn't cover it, and Flemington wins it. Lakers silence the Thunder's comeback effort and take it 8-7 in overtime.
Our final game from this past weekend doesn't come with video highlights. It was a 8-3 Dunville Arrows victory on home ice against the visiting Orangeville Blitz. For the Blitz, they fall to 1-16 on the season with a loss. Number 23, Daryl Thompson with his fourth. Number 8, Jake Stoneham with his third. And number 44, Mike Norris with his first. Getting the start in net and allowing 5 and getting the loss. Number 35, Evgeny Luchko. He drops to 0-5. He was replaced after allowing 5 and by number 1, Ian Hogg. He allows 3 the rest of the way for the Orangeville Netminders. For the Dunville Arrows, well, like I say, they with the win, they improved to 6-8-2. Winning goaltender number 35, Brandon White. He was previously 0-4. With the victory, his record improves to 1-4. He allows 3 in the victory. Scoring for the Dunville Arrows, number 89, Matt Schmaltz with his 8th and 9th. Number 27, Tyler Springer with his 3rd. Number 67, Brad Parrish with his 7th. Number 96, Braden Curry with his 5th. Number 13, Matt Rigrock with his 8th. Number 22, Luke Rowe with his 4th. And number 17, Curtis Longland with his 4th of the season. Once again, final score in this one, Dunville 8, Orangeville 3. All right, guys, from there we go to our WOSHL standings update. As you guys can see, you know what? It's a jam-packed WOSHL standings, as there are teams that are still in it, and it's going to be a very exciting race to the finish. Up top, you have the Tillsonburg Thunder, 11-2-1. They have 23 points. They've scored 86, allowed 55 for a plus-minus differential of 31. They've only played 14. They have 3 games in hand on Strathroy, the second place team. Strathroy Jets 10-6-1. They have 7 games remaining. They are 2 back of the Tillsonburg Thunder for first. 67 in, 55 against for a plus-minus differential of 12. Petrolia Squires and the Stratford Fighting Irish in a tie for third. Petrolia 10-5. Stratford at 9-4-2. Petrolia league high 93 and 61 against for a league high plus-minus differential of 32. Stratford 70 in, 56 against for a plus-minus differential of 14. Tilbury Bluebirds, Woodstock Lakers, and the Elora Rocks all tied in that next spot with 16 points apiece. Tilbury 8-5, Woodstock 8-7, Elora 7-2. You have Tilbury and Woodstock also riding 3-game win streaks. For the Alvinston Killer Bees, they are in 8th. They are 1 point up on the Dunville Arrows for that 8th spot. 7-4-1 on the season, 71 and 57 against. Dunville 6-8-2. Back to 500. They are 14 points, 1 back of Alvinston. Scored 60, giving up 73. For the Delhi Flames, 5-8-1, a setback against Stratford this past Saturday on home ice. 11 points. They are 3 back of the Arrows for that 9th spot. 63 and 88 against. And then you have the Orangeville Blitz at 1-16, 50 in, 128 against for a plus-minus differential of -78. They've lost 9 in a row. And, again, at this point in the season for them, they have 7 games remaining to try and figure it out the rest of the way. Our next graphic comes by way of the league leaders for points. Kevin Hugh and Christian Polillo of the Woodstock Lakers are 1-2 in scoring. Hugh 28 and 18 for 46, while Polillo has 9 and 25 for 34. You have Jamie McQueen of the Thunder with 11 and 21 for 32. Dylan Denemy of Tilbury with 9 and 21 for 30, alongside Christopher Martin with 15 and 15 for 30 for the Delhi Flames. You have a pair of Petrolia Squires and Brandon Biggers and Ryan Trottier, both with 28 points apiece. James McEwen, after a big 7-point effort against the Elora Rocks on Saturday, is up to 26. Chris Donnelly of the Delhi Flames with 25, and Chad Heron as 25 as well for the Elora Rocks. 14 goals and 11 assists for Heron of the Rocks. Moving on to our league leaders and defensemen. As you guys can see here, it's still Ryan Frazier's lead by 3 over veteran Jeff White, who continues to put up the points. He's appeared in all 16 Elora Rocks games, 2 goals, 13 assists for 15. We have a number of players at 14, including Austin Jennings at Tilbury, Spencer McCormick of Elora, Steve Farlow of Petrolia, and Thomas Monroe of the Strathroy Jets. Tied with 13 are Chris Knotts at Tillsonburg and Matt Henderson of the Stratford Fighting Irish. You have Carson Massey of Woodstock with 12 and Bailey Freifogel with 11 from Alvinston. Switching over to the goaltenders, we have a new leader in wins, and that is Evan DeBrouwer of the Strathroy Jets. His record is 8-3-1. For the second, following him in wins is Ryan Polidori at 7-2, while Ben Edwards improves to 7-5. Like I say, for the red hot Woodstock Lakers. You have Matt Sagerod at 6-2-1, Zach Weir at 5-3-2, Jesse Schumann of Dunnville with 5-4-2, Colin Dunn at 5-7-2, league high 827 minutes played for Dunn. DeConing 4-1-1, Darren Smith back in the nets over the weekend 4-1, and Brandon Campbell of Petrolia 4-2. From there, guys, we update you on the WOSHL 3 stars from this past week. And again, Alvinston's 13-3 victory played a big factor in the 3 stars, as you had James McEwen with a 7-point effort, as mentioned, and you had Franco Sproverio, 1 goal, 5 assists for him, number 89 of the Alvinston Killer Bees. Again, there's big efforts all around from everybody, and they got big contributions from everyone in that blowout victory over the shorthanded Elora Rocks. The 3rd star, and well-deserved, is Brad Crisco of the Woodstock Lakers after they pulled out a big victory over the Thunder on the road. They had a big lead. They blew it in the 3rd period, and Tilsonburg was able to force overtime. Crisco, 2 goals, 2 assists in the winning effort. Corey Flemington with the winner, his 2nd of the game in overtime to give the Lakers the 8-7 victory. The next screen we have for you is our power rankings for the WOSHL League. As of week 13, you have the Tilsonburg Thunder at 1, Petrolia at 2, Stratford at 3, Strathroy Jets at 4, Woodstock Lakers at 5, 6 is the Tilbury Bluebirds, 7, Alvinston Killer Bees, 8, Elora Rocks, losers of 4 in a row, Dunnville Arrows at 9, Delhi Flames at 10, and Orangeville in that 11th spot. Switching over to the schedule as we take a look at what we have up this upcoming weekend. And you know what? It's going to be a couple Studley matchups for sure. We get things underway with a 3-game slate, all at 7:30 tonight. The first stop is the Dunnville Memorial Arena, where the Dunnville Arrows will tangle with the visiting Tilbury Bluebirds. That should be a dandy between these two teams. Dunnville takes the only other meeting between these two teams back on the first weekend of the season. Woodstock travels to Stratford to take on the Irish. It's the second meeting between these two teams. Stratford's still to go to Woodstock for 2 more trips. Petrolia takes on the Strathroy Jets. 7:30 start at the Gemini Sportsplex in Strathroy. Should be a dandy between those two teams, seeded number 2 and 3. I believe that's right. 2 and 3. Did I say that right? I want to double check my notes here. Yeah, 2 and 3. So Stratford also has 20 points, but they have to tangle with the Woodstock Lakers, who are going to be no easy task in and itself. Starting the Saturday, December 30th, 3-game slate, you have Petrolia traveling to Tilbury to take on the Bluebirds. That's a 7:30 start at the Tilbury Memorial Arena. From there, we go to Dunnville again. It's the Dunnville's second home game of the weekend, where they will tangle with the visiting Alvinston Killer Bees. That's an 8 o'clock puck drop. And then you have the Orangeville Blitz traveling to Delhi to take on the Delhi Flames. 8 o'clock start at the Delhi Arena. Now, this one for the Orangeville Blitz is about as much as must win a game as you can have all season long. If the Orangeville Blitz are going to get any momentum on their side for the contingency and the rest of the regular season, they're going to need to start putting wins in the win column and getting some momentum on their side. And what better way to do that than the team that they need to chase in the standings, and that is the Delhi Flames. So this one should be good in Delhi. I would say that would be probably the tightest contested game over the weekend, but it should be a dandy. And again, Orangeville, if they needed a win to break the slump, this is the game to get it. And we'll see what comes out of it after the weekend wraps and we get on to our next episode of the WOSHL podcast, which will be episode 15 next week. And it will be the first WOSHL podcast of 2024. So should be really exciting. Guys, listen, at the end of the day, I really do enjoy bringing these podcasts to you. Life's a little bit crazy. And again, I know that one thing that lacks with this podcast is that there are no guests on the podcast. And I think a lot of that, I take that as an L on myself. And for whatever reason, it's just when life gets in the way, it's really hard to coordinate with that. And that's just on me. I need to do a better job. But if somebody wants to be on the podcast and they want to organize it with me, please reach out to me and we'll get that set up and I'll try and accommodate. Really, I will. And I'd love to have anybody on. So we'll deal with that as the time comes. But like I say, I want to leave you with this. 2023 is in the books. I don't know about you guys, but 2023 for me sucked. and I'm ready to just wipe the slate clean on it and start fresh in 2024. Um, you know, I just I want things to get better for everyone, including myself, and that's about as cut and dry as I can get with you guys. And you know what? Here's to hoping for a good 2024. WOSHL hockey playoffs are going to be right around the corner, and they are going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. But like I say, all the best for you from everyone, to everyone, on your 2023, and I hope 2024 treats you well as well. Happy New Year from everybody from here at the WOSHL Podcast, and from me, Andrew Rogers, the host of the podcast. Great to be back with you guys once again, and we'll see you guys again next week. Take care, everyone, and Happy New Year.